misses don't end gunfights. They never have, they never will. Hello all, welcome to Tactical Safety. I know it's been a while, but had a lot of stuff going on. This video today, it happened in Chicago a few days ago. A man was visiting family members. He was from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and someone kicked the door in and killed him. Check out this news story, and I'm going to give you a lot of information after this.
New details on how this out-of-town visitor wound up murdered on Chicago's north side, shot dead after an intruder broke into a Rogers Park apartment. CBS 2's Andrew Ramos is live in Rogers Park, where he caught up with the victim's family. Andrew?
That's right, Jim. Relatives of Quentin Pruitt tell CBS 2 that they believe he was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time while they seek justice. Residents here in the neighborhood say they want action taken at this complex where the tragedy took place.
Oh, no!
Relatives grieve as they learn about the shooting death of one of their own. 45-year-old Quentin Pruitt, who lives in Green Bay, Wisconsin, was visiting friends at this residential complex on the 7600 block of North Sheridan in Rogers Park. He was at this unit at around 3:30 a.m., police say. An intruder forced their way in, crossing paths with the victim.
There was a knock at the door. He answered. When they heard his voice, they began to kick the door in, and then at that point, they shot him, unfortunately.
Pruitt was shot multiple times by the intruder, who fled the scene through a back alley. When first responders arrived, Pruitt was pronounced dead at the scene. Relatives still trying to make sense of the tragedy.
He was a hard-working man, loving, fun, positive, full of energy and good positive vibes, and for this to happen to him is just devastating.
The residential complex where the shooting took place has long been riddled with problems, according to neighbors like Anthony Tausig.
Some neighbors have just moved away because they don't want to deal with these issues anymore.
From claims of drug activity to prostitution, the property, he says, has not only become an eyesore, but a source of issues.
Our local government officials should be doing more to keep us safe and protected, especially the folks who live in this building too. I can't imagine what they're having to deal with.
Now, we learned earlier that the activity here at the complex now on the radar of the Department of Buildings, Department of Law, and the Chicago Police Department. They're working with Alderwoman Maria Haddon to address the problems here. It's unclear when action will actually take place. No arrests in this morning's shooting have taken place. For now, we're live in Rogers Park. I'm Andrew Ramos, CBS 2 News.
Notice how the neighbor, he said the local government needs to do more to protect us. No, no, no. Fun fact, Supreme Court has ruled numerous times, like I've said in other videos, the police do not have an obligation to protect you. Their job is to enforce the laws and uphold the Constitution. And if by chance they save you in the process, you should consider that an added bonus. You are responsible for the safety of yourself and your family. No one else. Only you. So you can't depend on someone else to come running to your aid like that. And that's why I am such a proponent of the Second Amendment. That's why I'm always telling my students, I always tell people it is so important to be armed because of cases like this. The man was in town visiting family. That happened in Rogers Park. That's the north side of Chicago. People used to always say, oh, the north side is so nice, nothing ever happens over there, until stuff started happening on the north side. So whenever I go anywhere, if I'm going to someone's house to visit, I always have firearms on me. Always. And I know several people who keep firearms staged around the house. I don't really recommend that, because what are the chances that you're going to be within arm's reach of that gun when you need it? There's very little chance of you being able to get to it and be successful with that firearm. I have safes that I keep firearms in, but I also keep a firearm or two on my person at all times, even when I'm at home. I always tell people it is so important to be armed even when you are at home. Because of cases like this, there are so many home invasions now. And what are you going to do? You're going to go run past the person that just kicked your door in? Say, hold on, let me go get my gun real quick. No, because then you ain't going to be around to tell your story. Simple as that. No other way to put it. It is imperative to keep a firearm on your person, because if this man had a gun on him right when they started kicking that door, he could have shot through the door to prevent that person from gaining entry. Another thing, if you're not expecting company, don't answer the door. I even have my wife trained. She knows we have cameras all over the outside of the house. And she knows if someone knocks on the door, rings the bell, not only does she not answer the door, but she won't even acknowledge the door. Because that's another bad thing you can do, is if you acknowledge the door and then someone kicks it in and they kick the door in on the first kick, that door hits you and knocks you out. Now it's a home invasion in progress. The best thing is just don't even acknowledge the door at all. And it was 3 a.m, somebody knocking at the door like that, you know what, somebody's up to no good. So I want everyone to take a lesson from this and always be armed, no matter what kind of neighborhood you're in. Even if you're in the best of neighborhoods, criminals travel. In case you didn't know, they go to affluent neighborhoods as well, and they do home invasions there. There's been a lot of them. And like I said, for a self-defense weapon, it's best to keep something that holds at least 10 rounds. At least that. There have been a lot of cases of multiple home invaders. If you've only got a 6-shot revolver or a 6-shot micro compact and you got 3 people that need to be shot, don't miss. You better not miss. Because whenever there's a home invasion situation, you need to deliver shots on target. Because misses don't end gunfights. They never have. They never will. Takeaway from this is always be armed and always be aware of your surroundings. Always. So remember to stay armed, stay vigilant, and stay tactical. See y'all next time.